Yeah, hi Rajvardhan. Welcome to Kingmakers IAS Academy. And first of all, very very congratulations for securing All India rank 666 in this very hard examination, that is UPSC CSC 2025. So
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for your warm wishes. Along with this, sir, for hosting me here today. And good evening, sir.
sure. So how was your reaction basically after when the result just came? So yeah, what was the reaction? Maybe on March 6th, I can say.
Yes, sir.
I think the results were out. So how's the reaction?
Sir, this was my fifth attempt, and so, sir, the journey has been really long, sir. Sir, facing those four prelims and the two mains, and so, sir, I think I have seen a lot of failures before achieving this fest. So, sir, it was really different feeling for me, and not just for me, like the people around me, my family and my friends, who has always been part of the journey and has equally supported me. So, sir, it was really great, the things which I have been holding for so long, so which came out in form of tears at that really moment. So, sir, I think that is something which I can't define in words. But, sir, it was really a amazing moment, and which I will be keeping up for a whole life. That is something, sir.
Right. So, like for the benefit of audience, like, can you please give a brief background of yourself so that they can basically relate about your journey and all?
Okay. Sir, my name is RAJVARDHAN Singh Sisodia, and sir, I come from Madhya Pradesh, and there is a small town, Shujalpur. And sir, my family is mainly focused in agriculture, and so, sir, coming that from rural background with agriculture as the main focus. So, sir, the my community has I'm the first one who is going into services, not just UPSC but any of the services. That kind of the background which I had. And sir, I did my schooling from my own hometown, Shujalpur, from Dipti Convent Higher Secondary School. And after that, sir, I did my college from Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, with bachelor in arts, with history, polity, and sociology as my subjects, sir. And so I think this was my background, and sir, that has kept me motivating over the time, sir. I want to be the one who brings the changes and motivating others to be another into the service, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. I think like the college, I think, is in Indore, right? That you were
Yes,
telling.
sir.
I think
Yes, sir.
your senior might be Jatin Jain, rank 91 of 2022 batch. I think he got
Uh,
IPS.
sir, I know him by the name, but I didn't know like he was my
Acha.
senior. Yeah,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Yeah, great. Okay, fine. Matlab coming from a like BA background, as you said. So, what do you feel like the journey of the UPSC is hard for you, or like is it something very relaxing for you compared to the other aspirants who have coming from the engineering background, or the medical background, I can say.
Sir, I think that there is no such a criteria for that. But as I had BA and history, polity, and sociology as my subjects, sir. So earlier I knew something about the basic understanding about the subject, which helped me choose my optional subject sociology. As I have learned basics, so I knew that I can do really good in that. And sir, even the sociology, coming from that background, like I do see all the sociological aspect around me, whether we are talking about the hierarchy, the caste system, the occupation, all those things, where we are talking about even the feminization of agriculture. So this thing I personally felt, and that had me replicate in my papers. And talking about sir, the other streams, I think they are also doing really great, sir. As we are seeing the IITians or from the various different
Right,
backgrounds, even the doctors, they are
right.
also making into the list. So I think, sir, that the compartmentalization, whether we are talking about the arts or other streams, has right now being vanished over the time, sir. Or I can use better word, it is diminishing rather than vanishing.
Understood. So like there's a misnomer going, that they have the benefit or like they have the upper that. So I can say like all are at the same level when they
Yes,
come
sir.
to UPSC for
Definitely, sir.
examination.
Yes, sir.
So whether it's from engineering, medical, or like the from the humanities background, so all at the same level basically.
I think that depends on the student. The student have to
Yeah,
accept that reality that
right,
whatever their background or whatever their score in school or colleges, it doesn't matter,
right,
sir. It is totally
right.
different thing, sir.
Right. Thank you. So like let's discuss a paper-wise strategy or like the exam-wise strategy.
Yes, sir.
So as we have seen this year prelim, so there's a lot of videos, things, and the reaction of the students, I can say, of the prelims. So have you analyzed this year paper of the prelims?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did and analyze it, and even given this attempt for improving
Oh,
rank
okay.
improvement, sir.
Acha,
And
okay.
sir, with the God grace, and I think that the fifth prelim, sixth prelim, which this one is mine.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
sir, for the interruption. So, sir, this was my sixth attempt for the prelims, and sir, I was quite comfortable with this prelims as I'm scoring quite good in the GS paper one also, and and paper two also. But I think, sir, the I think I was a bit disappointed with the paper. The core subject were missing from that thing. I have always been focusing on the core subject like history, polity, and depending on NCRTs. But this paper, I think those things were missing. So the paper was really tough, and it was also lengthy. So it was really tough
Right.
for various students, and even for me, sir.
Okay.
But I think, sir, I think the students should be expecting the toughness, even the upcoming papers also, and we should be really prepared for that. And sir,
Yeah.
even for the next attempt, I will be telling students that they should be focusing on the core subject and NCRT, as we don't have
Sure.
any other option to rely on. So I think that has to be our base for our preparation, sir.
Sure, sure. So may I know the like basic book list that you follow basically for the prelim subject?
Hmm. Sir, I had sir, from starting, I had really bulky books and various resources. But over the years, sir, I have minimized them and eliminated various sources. And like right now, I'm being confined to various limited sources. Sir, talking about the history, sir, I don't think, sir, there is a better source for modern history than the Spectrum. That is the one go-through material for me, sir. And talking about ancient and medieval, sir, 11th, 12th class Tamil Nadu book for ancient medieval is really good, sir. And I have seen those exact questions being asked from those NCRT. And sir, about the other subject like geography, I think there is nothing better than NCRTs, 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So that is one go-through material. And sir, for economics, I think you can rely on your notes whether wherever you had gathered them. And the NCRTs are the I think the core for any subject. NCRTs are the must. And sir, over the years, sir, the rankers has always recommended doing NCRTs. But sir, still people are not following them. But sir, I
Mm.
still recommend them that do focuses on NCRT. They are your base material for anything. And sir, apart from this, sir, we have to analyze the PYQs. So we should be knowing all those areas which we should be focusing upon. If you are talking about the economics, we should be focusing on the repo rate or the reverse repo rate or the bond yield. These are the high value topics we should be focusing upon. And sir, for the polity, sir, I don't think we need to read anything apart from Lakshmikant for the prelims. And sir, for the other subject like science and tech and environment, sir, these are more focused on the current issues which are going around. So, sir, I think current affair will do good them in them. And sir, apart from this, I think people are neglecting CSAT, and this year the paper was really tough for CSAT. So I think people should be focusing on all those areas. And sir, even in CSAT, they should be analyzing paper really well, and they should be identifying those areas which they can work upon. Like there are some questions which are quite easy, and like they can be solved within a minute. Whether we are talking about the stating arrangement, decoding, coding, blood relation, direction. So I think, sir, these are the easy topic, and we shouldn't be missing out these topics in our real exam. So I think that is it, sir.
Sure, sure. So like as you said, like you have given two mains, I think, right?
Yes, sir. Last year also I have written main, sir.
Yeah. So as you said, like out of the five attempts, you have given two mains. So I
Yes,
think
sir.
three times you are not able to clear prelims, right? So
Yes, sir.
what was the shift in your strategy? Because I think like many of the aspirants might be in the same stage as you were. So from your strategy, they might if they might change something and like would be able to get into other side of the table, might be.
Glad to share those my strategies.
Sure.
Recently, I have watched one of the web series, and that has I think that has defined whole UPSC journey in a single statement. And that statement is analyzing and minimizing. So if you analyze the paper really well, you know the core areas where the question are being asked. So if you focus on all those areas which are high value topics, that can sum up your journey. Like even not just for the prelims, even in the mains. Like every year we do see question from food processing sector. So you should be preparing it really well and beforehand, so that you just have to replicate that in your mains answer. And sir, about the prelims, I would say you should be focusing on all those areas which are high value. Like you should be knowing all the X, like 1935, Montego, Chelmsford, Minto-Morley reforms, all those things. And the NCRTs are the core subjects. And you should be thorough with the concept. Like we can't memorize each and everything. If you have the concept understanding, like the repo rate or reverse repo rate, how that affect inflation and money market things, then that can make you solve other questions based on your understanding. And sir, for the mains, I would say, like there are also like the PYQ analysis can help you, like themes which are getting repeated year after year, and you should be focusing on those good answer writing. Like you should be well prepared with the introduction. Sir, one of the strategy for me for the ancient history, art and culture was that whenever if they ask me about anything like the Cholas or the Guptas or Mauryas, I know their timeline. So for the introduction, I just quote their timeline. And if they are asking about the Guptas, I will write use the word like the golden age. So if you prepare those timelines really well, just 4 5 timelines, we know that the question being asked from Rigvedic, Harappa or Gupta, Mauryas or Cholas. So that is really thing that can make our introduction really good. And apart from this, sir, I think the main, like from the last year to this year, I have improved by 103 marks in my mains. And that really happened because of the strategy. Like if I am writing anything in mains, to make it different from a generalized answer, like someone is just writing points, and to make it different so that we are getting that half marks extra. Like that is the difference between 4 marks and 4.5 marks, and that half
Mm,
marks in 20 question can gather you 10 marks, and that over
right,
4 paper, that can give a lot of edge to you. So
right,
if you are writing any point, you should be substantiating with a data fact figure, like government data. Like for example, if I'm writing anything about the woman, so I will be focusing first upon multi-dimension. I will talking about her economic aspect, political aspect, for health, education, and everything. So if I'm writing about the political aspect, I would say that first I will say that there is less participation of women in politics. Then I will be substantiating with the example, like what data. Like I will be saying, like in the 13th, like in the recent Lok Sabha, there is a 13% representation of women. That thing. If I am writing about their health aspect, I will be saying that 64% of women have anemia. So these are the things which make the difference from the generic answer and the one which we see in the toppers notes. So I think that is the thing we should be focusing upon, and we should be taking it into multiple subheadings, like there are different subheadings, and in each subheadings, if we are adding 5 and 6 points, they can give that edge to us. And after that, I think the conclusion has to be on positive, not forward looking, like the futuristic. As we are going to be civil servant, we have to show that our approach of
right,
taking things positively. So I think, sir,
right.
these are the things which I have really focused upon, and that has given me this rank, sir.
Sure, sure. So, like, can you please share the brief strategy for the essay and ethics too?
Hmm.
Because like this year mains would be coming and like many of the aspirants would be going for the mains as well, right? So
Hmm.
right now I think they have started the preparation of the mains. So like we can say next 2 or 2.5 months, uh, what should be our strategy for the ethics and essay basically?
First, starting with the essay, like from the last mains, I have really improved by 22 marks in my essay, and the approach was really something we have to bring the creativity in the essay and make it really like naturalistic. We can't just focus on those mechanical essays where we are using the pastel approach, the political, economical, social. So that is outdated, and even that doesn't bring that appealing to those essays. So we should be bringing the something creativity. Like in some of the essay, I will be starting with some imaginary stories or some quote and explaining that, and so that thing really helps. And sir, moreover, sir, we should be focusing on the connecting words. Like there shouldn't be an abrupt change in one paragraph and the other. The we should be keeping those examiner very engaging. Like they should be curious about what comes next. So
Hmm.
that is the thing. And moreover, sir, we can use those stories or the quotes in between. So that brings something good to the examiner also, like the interest. So that thing is in essay we have to build. And moreover, sir, while writing essay, people used to focus on just writing one essay at a time. But sir, in exam, we have to write two essays. So that is the thing which sometimes people get troubles with. So even while you are writing or practicing, you should be doing it with the two essays, because sometimes people faces issue in the exam hall, where they think that they are replicating things again and again, the same example and all those things. So you should be practicing those two essays at a time. And sir, moving on to ethics
Yes.
part, I think sir, one of the most important thing is about your own personal experience. You can quote in it, sir. And sir, you have to also use different examples, sir. Like with the due respect, I have great respect for Ashok Khemka, sir. But still, it is like a cliche example. Like everyone is quoting
Right.
it, even the
Right.
Mahatma Gandhi. So you
Right.
should be using a different example, something new or something like that of sort. And apart from this, sir, you should be focusing on really good on ethics also, ethics case studies. And sir, one mistake which people do is like they are totally focusing on case studies. Like they think that they can fetch marks from case studies, and in that, because of that, the first section A, get compromised, and that is also equally important for making that your marks from 80, 90 to like 120, 125. So you should be focusing all those things, and you should be also using different example, your also personal experiences. And along with this, sir, I think the one of the important thing is about the writing speed. You shouldn't be missing any of these questions. And if even if you are short of time, like in a half, in a like in a one question or two, then you can just give the framework. Like you should be addressing the real demand in leaving introduction, conclusion, but you shouldn't be outwriting or leaving with that question. You should be writing something like even that 2 or 3 marks do count, and that make a really big
The
difference in
content
that.
is important, you can say.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that is the thing, sir.
Understood. Understood. So, like, let's come to the optional sociology, right? I think it's a
Yes,
very
sir.
famous optional, I can say.
Yes, sir.
So, matlab, like, when we're choosing an optional, right? Like, if we come from a fresher's point of view, so what pointers should we keep in mind when we are choosing an optional, according to you?
So for a newcomer, I would say you should first of all see the syllabus. Like when I see like syllabus of a socio, it's like really things like which I've learned before, and even these are the things which I can get connected with. Like even the first section is about the evolution of sociology, like the enlightenment part and those things, and the caste system and the hierarchy, mobility, and all those things. Like these are the things which we often see around. So you should be first analyzing the paper. Like, can you like focus on all those areas or not? Like it also based on your interest. Like this is the thing like which I'm really interested in. And sir, apart from this, I think the even one of the thing like we are focusing on grabbing marks, so we should also be focusing on those subjects which are really in giving those good marks.
Scoring in nature.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like the last year I have prepared for I was very short of time, and even in that time like I was quite good with the sociology in those 2 months only. So I think it is a really hard, high rewarding thing. And this year with also with minimal efforts, I could increase my marks by 30 marks. Like this year I have scored 260, which is quite good marks.
Right.
So I think that is really well. So these are the things like which you can focus upon analyzing the papers and the marking.
Understood. Understood. So, like, can you please also share your brief strategy for the sociology, like paper wise, paper one and paper two?
Hmm. Okay, sir. Sir, in first paper, like first of all, I have analyzed my PYQs. Like every year, we are seeing one of the question from enlightenment. The second question is from common sense. Like every year, they are asking the same questions. So I have prepared that really well. Like I have notes prepared on common sense and enlightenment. And whenever if they ask question, I have just replicating those things. And you have to analyze the paper really well. You have to analyze the marking. Like sir, the recent trend, like in the recent paper, we have seen that the people are were often neglecting those chapter 2 and 3, which was this year like almost for 100 marks that was being asked. Earlier it was asked for just 30 marks. So you should be focusing on all those areas. And the fourth chapter is about the thinkers, which people give a lot of time. Like people are almost giving like a month for it. But this year they have asked just for 30 marks. So you should be following those strategy where you are focusing on the areas based on their weightage. and analyzing PYQs. Like out of those 19 question, I can assure like I can get 14 questions same which I have prepared. Like it is very predictable paper for the sociology, and we can replicate both things like paper one here and paper two in paper one. So you have to keep that your mind open, and even this society part from the paper one, like GS paper one, we can use in a paper one of the sociology. So, sir, I think that is the thing. Like we have to focus on every paper. Like we can use anything anywhere, sir, if it is a credible thing. And
Right.
sir, apart from this, like the PYQs has worked really well. Sir, about the second paper also, like I have analyzed PYQs, and based on that, I was focusing on the areas which are being asked every year, like the role of education or the science and technology, or about the thinkers G.S. Gore or M.N. Srinivas, and about their studies, like sensitization, which we often talk about, that can be used anywhere, sir. Like it's a really beautiful concept which can be used here and there. So we have to keep our mind open so that we can be using all those concepts here and there. Like sir, in paper two also, like whenever we are talking about the economic terms, we can use Marxist thing like there. Like we are talking about the Oxfam report, where the some top like 1% to 10% are holding the vast amount of wealth. So that is the thing. We are not just using paper one, but also paper dimensionality to it. Like whenever I'm talking about anything, I will be giving that feminine angle and the caste system and the mobility and the Marxist perspective, the functionalist perspective. So, sir, this adds the multidimensionality to my paper or my answer. That thing has really worked well. And moreover, sir, the introduction conclusion part is really you have to be well prepared with. Like that gives the first impression and the winding up. Like the conclusion, whenever the examiner reads, that sums up everything. So that has to be really focused upon, sir. And sir, focusing on multiple themes which are getting asked every year. These are through the PYQ analysis, sir.
Understood. Like as you said, I can see in the strategy, like you said, PYQs many times, and like when the toppers also say, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and sometimes we can see the aspirants don't focus more on PYQs, right? They rather focus on mock test and
Ah,
get the test regularly rather than focusing on PYQs.
ah.
So what should be your message to the aspirants that they should focus more on PYQs? What I can say, right? So
Yes,
as
sir.
a topper, like coming like clearing this examination, this marvelous rank. So please give a message to the young aspirants so that they can focus more on PYQs rather than the mock test.
So like it's my sixth attempt like for the rank improvement, and I've given earlier five attempts.
Right,
And in those it took me five attempts to understand that thing. Like NCRTs are the base, and the PYQs are the best thing that you can replicate. Like even if you are writing those mock tests, you can write the PYQs. So this is the genuine advice to everyone, like the upcoming aspirants and the civil servants of our country. You should be focusing on PYQs and the NCRT. These are the base, and these are better than any of the sources which you can get in the market. So I think, sir,
right.
NCRTs and PYQs are two of the advice which I can give everyone.
Sure, sure. Thank you. So coming to the last year of the examination, right? Which is a dream also for many of the aspirants coming to the interview stage. So, like, how's your interview experience? We can say, when I'm asking on the day of interview, like starting from your home journey, like how's experience basically, for a day or two prior from the interview. So, how's the experience of the interview?
Like sir, it was really great. Like we have always imagined myself. Like I have that use the power of manifestation which people talk about. Like
Right,
I have always imagined myself sitting outside those the interview panel rooms on that
right,
bench, and I was always thinking of it like what I will be thinking at that really moment. But when I
right,
was sitting on that chair, I was totally blank. Like it was a stillness that was in my mind. So, sir, that was really a great experience. And moreover, talking about that, sir, about the feelings, sir, I have given various mocks and even with the Kingmaker for the interview preparation. And
right,
sir, one thing which the advice which everyone gave me was that you are really confident and that is smile part. So I tried to replicate that thing like keeping myself calm. So I think that has really worked really good. And sir, I think you should be really confident there. Like they are not testing your knowledge. Like if you are
Right.
going for showing your just knowledge, they are far more experienced than us, sir. Like we can't beat them in knowledge, sir. So we should be humble out there. We should be showing like our real character, like the person you are really are. Like that is the thing. Like you can genuinely show, and so that was my focus on. Like
Yeah.
and that thing, sir.
I can assume like it was your first interview, right? This
Yes, sir.
UPSC interview.
Yes,
So, like, are you nervous? Like when you're entering the boardroom, I can say, or like sitting on the chairs, like
sir.
waiting for your turn. And like what like you can also tell me like when was your turn basically, what the time and the date of the interview also.
Okay. So, sir, first of all, my interview was scheduled to be on 23rd January, sir. But,
Acha.
sir, due to Republic Day parade rehearsal, it got postponed to the last date.
Acha,
So, I was,
28th of Feb.
yes, sir. So,
Okay.
I was the last person of this year's interview, like last student of that time. Like when we are sitting in the central hall, everyone
Okay.
was done with the interview, and I was the last person to go in, sir. So
Okay.
I was quite like simply sitting in that central hall alone, and was thinking about whatever thing like walking in that veranda
Right.
to reach those the interview panel.
Right.
And sir, honestly, I don't know like what happened with me that really moment on that day. I was not at all nervous. Like I was really quite comfortable at that really moment, and I don't know the reason why it went really well, sir. I think this was due to the different advices which were given to me during those mock interviews,
Right.
and has that really made me really comfortable with those things, with the uneasy situations. So, sir, it
Right.
because of that, it went really well, sir. And as soon as like I went inside the examination, interview board, I
Okay.
greeted them with a really good smile. So that made the environment really calm and
Positive.
soothing. Like they asked me like, Rajvardhan, how are you? So I said, sir, I'm really good and glad to be here with a smile. So everyone smiled, and that made a really chilling moment at there. So I think that has really well for me, sir.
So may I know, like what was board was yours of the interview?
Sir, BB Swain, sir.
Acha, acha, acha. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great. Great. Okay. So anything that you want to share, like from your interview experience, any question that is that you find good or might be helpful for the aspirants in the preparation
Uh,
stage?
yes, sir. Sir, one of the question like which was being asked, like which I personally felt was from my dad. Like they are asked about the cricket. So, sir,
Okay.
because I personally feel really connected with the cricket. So they asked me about the sportsman spirit, which India upheld or not. So
Hmm.
I replied to it, sir, like, sir, India always upheld the spirit of cricket, and we do play with that spirit, and we even help our the neighbors or anyone like even the Nepal or Afghanistan. So they asked me about how we help Afghanistan. So I said, sir, we have built them a stadium, and sir, we even allow them to practice at our stadiums whenever the need arises. So they pointed like we are just helping Afghanistan. What's about the other nations? So I knew that they were pointing toward Pakistan and the Bangladesh issue. So I said, yes, sir, I know like you are talking about the Pakistan and Bangladesh. Sir, but these are totally different scenarios. Sir, as India has no tolerance policy toward terrorism. So we don't handshake with the Pakistan. And sir, even our ties with Bangladesh are right now a bit bitter. So, and apart from this, sir, I have prepared like my views very different with those of the government. So I mentioned them with the positive note. I said, sir, sir, we could have dealt better with the Bangladesh cricket board, like the calling of the Muzaffar Rahman. So I told them, sir, we could have engaged Bangladesh cricket board in the process. So, sir, they would have literally called back Mustafizur Rahman themselves. So, sir, that would not have made our relation better with them. Like with the positive advice I gave it, so they really liked it. Like I can see that on their face. So I think that has set the positive note for me, sir.
Right. 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 So yeah, so there are few doubts, or we can say the few things that every aspirant in his every stage feels. So the distraction from the social media,
Hmm.
in your preparation journey of long 5 years, I can say like it's a very long journey, I can say.
Yes, sir.
So how much you are you can say distant from the social media, or like are you connected to social media during these years, basically?
Sir, honestly speaking, I do use social media, and sir, but I have that self control.
Okay.
If I'm studying for 2 and 2.5 hours, I will take 15-20 minutes of break, and in which, sir, I would be scrolling through reels for
Right.
refreshment. So,
Right.
because my philosophy is that we should be focusing upon quality rather than quantity. Like people often talk about studying 8 hours, but I think if you are providing quality and productivity, and you can replicate those things in 6 or 5 hours, that is really good. You should be focusing on the quality rather than quantity. So my focus was on the productivity and mind refreshment. So if I'm feeling something lethargic kind of thing, like fed up, then I would be scrolling through reels or even seeing some productive reels. I was following some good quality content on those, which I was seeing in that creative manner. So that will be refreshing for me, and then again I will start my studying. So I think it depends on the way you use social media rather than avoiding it straight away, sir. So I think that is it,
Right. So
sir.
like it should be like self-controlling in nature,
Yes, sir.
as you said. Right. 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 So thank you so much, Alvardhan. I think this strategy will help. I can say this means giving aspirants of this year,
Yes, sir.
and also the next year prelims aspirants who might be watching this podcast. And we
Yes,
hope that this year too, like you should get your desirable rank that you want, that you
yes, sir.
have given this year also. And once again, thank you so much for taking out your time and giving your valuable inputs on this examination and your strategy.
Thanks a lot, sir. And I think I will be very glad if these things help the other aspirant as well.
Sure.
And so once again, summing up, I want to repeat that quote. The student should be focusing on analyzing and minimizing. The syllabus of UPSC is really limited. You should, with better analysis, you can restrict your syllabus to really a very small margin. So you should be focusing on all those things. NCRTs and PYQs are the go-through materials for you. Thank
Right.
you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.